Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is eSeniors Mount Panorama Group 2, the penultimate race of the season. So next race after this is the last. It's Bathurst. I'm sorry, it's Watkins Glen, and that's going to be on December 17th. So today we are at Mount Panorama Circuit. So welcome everyone watching on Twitch or YouTube. So Mount Panorama, it's located in Bathurst in New South Wales in Australia. It's best known for the Bathurst 1000 motor racing held in October, and of course the Bathurst 12-hour event held each February. The track is a little bit more than 6 kilometers, 6.2 kilometers. That's 3.8 miles. And it's classified as a street circuit because it's actually used as a public road when there's no racing events. And actually, many of the residences or around the track can actually only be accessed from the circuit. So, yeah, it's a great track. Let's look at it from this view here. Do a little track walk. So as we go from the start, let's see how the animation is developing. Is Hell's Corner. That's obviously a classic track or track name. It comes up Quarry Bend, and this is kind of this sector which is the most feared one, coming down the mountain here through Skyline, Dipper, coming through this corner here, the elbow, and then we come out from this glorious mountain straight. I'm sorry, it's not mountain straight, it's Conrod Straight, going through the Chase, and this last corner is Murray's Corner, and that's completed the lap there. We're probably gonna see in the 2:0, maybe what we'll say 2:05, yeah, probably. So Billy has just done a 2:04.3 here as we're doing in the kind of the pre-qualifying practice session here. So that's certainly a really, really good time. So it's really between Billy and Don Queen. As you see on the points here, they are very close. 3:21 for Billy, and Don has 3:19. McKay 3:07, Ollie 2:90, and Jeremy 2:53. So Ollie was the one that won the last race at Circuit of the Americas, with Stewart being what did he placed? I have to look at my cheat sheet here. Yeah, he placed further back, so he didn't do that well in that session. But yeah, it's all about Don and Billy at this point. I don't think McKay can reach first place or second place unless these guys actually don't finish. But really, anything can happen, because if there is one track where you possibly would not finish, it would be this track, because anything can happen. So we're certainly going to see people going into the pits. There is a mandatory pit stop as part of this race. And let's go out on the track and see. Look at some cars going around. It's Billy. I didn't say that I'm Krister, commentator, eSeniors Group 2. That's the one I commentate, and also the Porsche Cup, which we have just finalized that. And my co-commentator that often joins me, he's racing. So I thought so, at least. Yeah, Mike Malewski. Yeah, he's on there. All right, so we started. This is the official qualifying that just started. Anyone on the chat today? I see a couple of people watching. Don't forget the like, and also let me know if the sound is not where it needs to be. You want me hear more of the cars, less of me, whatever is needed. That's my You know, my goal is to please. So let's get on the helicam and see the first guy out from the neighboring New Zealand. He didn't have to travel too far for this race. Redeemed Racing, Kevin Torrance in his Lamborghini. We have 3 Lamborghinis today. We have 17 cars right now on the track, or will soon be on the track. Don't forget we have the pit wall as well, where you can watch the stream as well as see some more detailed data about on the cars. Pretty cool. I actually signed up for the light dashboard, which I find really useful actually when I'm watching. We're doing right now. We're doing a 12-hour endurance. Hey, Aaron. Hey, hello from Huatulco, Mexico. That's awesome. Spreading the gospel of eSeniors in Mexico. One of our missionaries there, Aaron. So that's awesome. We have an earlier race today because of the World Cup. One day we're going to be so big, so the World Cup is actually going to schedule around our races. I think that is really the goal. Paolo, hello. And no spoilers for, we promised no spoilers for any soccer. If you haven't watched the soccer, I won't mention anything about that. So as I mentioned in the beginning, it's really about the talking points here today is obviously Don Quinn and Billy Stewart, those 2 guys. How they gonna do, because they're gonna set up for a real fight in the next race, depending on how it goes here. Right now, Billy is in the lead in the championship with just a few points. Billy has 321 and Don has 319. So it's really important for these guys to try to beat each other. And Derek, welcome to the stream. Don't forget to like if you're on YouTube. I guess on Twitch you don't need to do anything. I don't think there's a like button on Twitch. So Bathurst, as I mentioned, located at New South Wales in Australia. 23 corners. And the S's, when you come down the mountains, that's like 1, 2, 3, that's 7 corners right there. We're coming down here, Dipper, coming down through 7, 16, 15, 14, 11. Let's see where I am on the map here, yeah. So coming out on the Dipper here, that's turn number 18. And Forest Elbow, this little kink. And then we go out to the Conrad Strait. And then the Chase, that's turn number 20, 21, and 22. Yeah, I'm doing the 12-hour spa actually. So both Billy and I are driving, but we have a gap here now where we have 2 other drivers that are driving. So we can do this thing and then we're getting back in to that race after this. See who sets the first time here. Roberto Bando, he did a 2:05. Not too bad on this track. It's really good actually. So we're gonna see when Billy and gonna set his time. And Mr. Queen. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna drive this one tomorrow or not. It's not my favorite. Gonna drive a lot today, so maybe I need to rest tomorrow. See how I feel after I come out of the spa treatment. It was a lot of rain here in the first sessions. I went in to fuel up, and then we thought I'll take a couple of more laps on the dry tires, and just as I came out, it started to rain. Okay, here we go. Billy Stewart put the 2040 on the board. 2040 on the board. That is not too shabby. Want to see Don. See what Don can do about that. Let's follow him for a little bit. His Audi sounding good coming through. We'll see if he can actually beat Billy's time, 2040. That's a really, really strong. And Billy right now, he's not improving on this time. I don't see anyone that really have a really dramatic time coming. Don has not yet clocked a lap. And down on Conroy Straight. Now, there aren't that many points between each position. I think it's like 3 points. So they really want to stay close to each other and finish as close to each other as possible. Don and Billy. Let's see what Don gonna clock here. If he's on a valid lap, I'm not sure. No, he wasn't on a valid lap. Let's see how he's doing here. Let's follow along with him. So we come up to the quarry. The breaking point is there's this little side road to the left there. Just after that, you can, depending on what kind of car you have, that's a side road. You start to brake and turn in to go through the quarry. Coming up to turn 3, the cutting. And here you want to make sure you stay tight and come up with as much momentum as possible. Doing good there. Lifting a little bit. You should be able to go full on. Here, a little lift here on the throttle, and a little lift here as you stay tight there. Oh, he goes wide. Oh, he was lucky he didn't smash the car. At least he doesn't have to go into the pits and do repairs. But yeah, that was his lap, so he has to regroup. If I can catch someone else, if I can find where my mouse went. Okay, there it is. Ollie is pretty competitive on this track too. He was coaching a little bit on the, oh, now I see 2035 on Billy. That's unbelievable. That is really, really good. Actually, the real track record on this track is a 259. It was set by an Audi, GT3 Audi. 259, can you imagine that? Ollie is down a little bit on his best. Let's see, let's give Mike Maleski a little bit of airtime here. He's up almost half a second here to his previous time. He's currently in P12. Yeah, Aaron, I'm sure he's sitting there with a pina colada or something. All right, Mike Maleski up to P11. Not too bad. Too bad. Good job. Let's look at Eric Langlois. He's up 0.7. Let's watch him coming up the mountain. Doing good work as he comes up here. He's currently in P13. With some improvements here, he should be able to get into P10 if he holds this tempo. Let's see how he's doing here coming through. Slipping and sliding a little bit. He's losing time. Still up 0.6. Oh, that's awkward. He's up. It's up 0.7 so far. Actually losing a little bit. See if he can recover. So right now he's looking at probably a P11. Let's see where he ends up. I see also Castonguay is doing good. He's up 1.5. Let's follow. Let's see where Langlois can end up. He's up 0.5. So, yeah, he will not be able to advance, I think, from P13. Yeah, well, P12. Hey, Nikos. Rios. How you doing? Castonguay, P16. He's up 1.3 actually, so but he didn't really have a good lap before, so he see if he can come past Tennant. Tennant is also improving his time. Castonguay coming through last turn. He's up 0.6, he's up 0.7, he's up 2 seconds. So he places time to 10, plays on the P17 at this point. Here comes Frederick Tennant, driving the Blues Brothers Bentley. He's up 3 seconds to his time, so he should be able to slot in front of Castonguay as we have 2 minutes left of qualifying. Yeah, P17 for Frederick, just behind his brother, who is in the pits. So Don Queen is P4 at this point, and provisional pole is Billy Stewart with Roberto Bando P2 and Giovanni Nifosi P3. And Ollie is P5 behind Don Queen. Yeah, absolutely great time there from Billy, 2:03.5. I think that's fantastic. So a minute left. Let's see Vishrak. We haven't watched Vishrak. He's up almost a second. Would get him into the P. If he keeps this, should be able to get into P6 perhaps. Yeah, Nikos, I'm driving together with Billy in the endurance, so we both had a break in our schedule for driving. So our 2 other compadres are driving right now. All right, Vishrak Radislav is into P6 with that lap. And Billy is trying to do even more on the mountain here. He's up just a little bit. But outstanding time by him. I mean, it's almost half a second in front of Ollie. So this is kind of masterclass. He's lost a bit here. I think he's abandoning in this lap. So no one is really out. That's gonna do a lot of difference in the standings right now. Yeah, he's abandoning his lap. So we're gonna wait. I'm gonna put on a little groove. We're gonna listen to my dog in the background. Yeah, Roberto Bando is really doing great. Just make sure he has the race pace. Okay, so it's going to be a little uphill battle, I say here for Don. It's not the easy track to be able to pass on. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Anything can happen. We have Billy, Ollie, Obando, Nifosi, and Queen top 5. Yeah, get them likes in there. Thank you, Mr. Rios. So we also have this streaming on Pitwall. We can get a little bit more data. All right, about to start the session. So let's do a little track walk here. We have Billy Stewart in the Aston Martin. And next to him, we have Ollie in the blue Audi. Second row, great job by Robert Obando in his Lamborghini. Nifosi in the BMW, very quick guy. Don Queen, here we go. P2 in the championship. Really need to catch up with Billy Stewart. Radislav Wischerek, great job, P6. Peter David in the Honda. McKay next to him in his Audi. And Jeremy in his Audi, yellow Audi, and Hugo Caballero in P10. Mr. Banks in his Audi. And here we have another. This is a good looking livery. I like that color of Torrance. Mileski is coming up on P13. Langlois coming up P14. Lee Ellis 15. And this is Frank Tennant and his brother Frederick Tennant, and Arthur Castengay is sitting in P18. Just about to start the session. Let me know if there's a particular driver you want to see as we going through this 50-minute race. There's going to be this mandatory stop, which I think is really exciting. That's often a equalizer, certainly as this pit entry is really, really tricky. So if you haven't practiced that before the race, you may be in trouble. Ollie is not really positioned. That was a weird setup. Did you see that? So Billy Stewart have a clear run into Hell's Corner. Obando is coming after. And is that? Yeah, Don Quinn is doing a great job. He's coming up. Nifosi is going wide. I don't know exactly what happened there. But Don Quinn is now in P3. And Obando is knocking on the door. Billy Stewart coming out the mountain. Good start for these guys. Going back here to look a little bit what happens in the back. Lee Ellis went into the wall. And Nifosi and one of the tenants kind of bringing up the rear. So, yeah, certainly action-packed start there in the kind of the mid-pack. All right, let's follow here. Don Quinn is in P3, Robert Obando in P1, and Billy Stewart in P1. And Stewart, P1, Obando P2, and Don Quinn P3. Getting so excited here. Ollie coming down the mountain. Let's go back and see this little cluster of cars here. Hugo Caballero. With Torrance behind him. Oh, someone went wide. That was Caston Gay, went wide. So easy to oversteer there. You start to brake and then you start to adjust your steering at the same time. So Nifosi is looking to climb up quite a bit here. He lost quite a bit in the start. Udon is really coming up on Obando. See if I can get the P2 taken care of very early and he can start to hunt down Billy Stewart. Billy Stewart quite naturally the first one to score the fastest lap, not too surprising. He's been running clean air coming through without any problems in the start. Quite a delay in the start. Ollie was sitting really way back. I don't know, he wasn't really in his prescribed starting position, it looked like. So let's see what goes on back here. Mr. Banks chasing down Mr. Torrance. McKay is chasing down Jeremy Arobas. Oh, Don Quinn. What happened? Let's go back. Let's do a replay. We're looking at Don in a replay. Coming down. Is it? Oh, he's oversteering and fishtailing and has a bump. He's able to turn around, but that wasn't at all was what he wanted. Radislav is doing a good job here coming up on Ollie. See if he can clinch the P3. Want to see where Radislav has been sitting in the standings. He hasn't really been one of the top guys there, so he's easily passing. So he's doing a great job on track. Oh, what happened with Billy Stewart? Did I miss something? I'm doing a replay. Uh-oh. Oversteer. He got caught on the curb there. That's easily done. Then he tried to get back on track. Now he has to yield. All right. Well, that was exactly what yeah, that's exactly what Don needed. So now we have Roberto Bando. Yeah, Lexus. It's not a very exciting car, though. I mean, Lexus to me doesn't really have an image, so to speak. It's more like a soccer mom and you know, the ladies here in Texas driving around. All right, so Billy Stewart had to regroup here completely, but Don Quinn is sitting in the pits. Did he? Yeah, I wonder if he just. Yeah, I think hopefully he's repairing and getting out there, because otherwise that would be tragic. Billy's gonna try and work himself up through. See what else we have going on here. We have McKay in P5, chasing Jeremy, who sits now in P4. So Jeremy, he has gained 5 positions, and the other big winner is Frank Tennant. He's up 8 positions. So we had another accident while I was talking about Tennant. I saw flashed by. Yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, Torrance is kind of falling. Yeah, Torrance went into the pits. And Billy Stewart went into the pits as well. Maybe doing early stints here, or short stints rather. Yeah, so Torrance and Stewart and Don have executed pit strategies. Yeah, Don is out again racing. He's last right now, but Billy has just gone into the pits. Oh, he's going wide there, Don. Maybe he does not have his tires where they need to be. So you have to be really, really careful when you come out there. But again, Frank Tennant up 8 positions, sitting now in P8. So great driving there. So as you watching the race here, think about maybe who would be driver of the day. We'll see. I think Obando is doing a really great job here. Radislav is catching him though. Closing the gap a little bit to him. We have so far been driving 8 minutes. There's been a lot of action. And we're watching some action right now. Bando was able to pull away a little bit there. It's late braking by the Lexus. Looking on the inside. It's gonna try it. No. So here's McKay coming in the same position. So he is braking late. Is it gonna work out? Oh, that was very, very close. He pulled back in just a fraction of a second. And in front of them, we have this other pair. About to come up the mountain. Oh, Peter David, what happened? We have to see. Oh, did he try to go inside? Yes, he's going inside, but then holding back, and then, oops, a little bounce there with Mr. Caballero. I think it was Caballero at least. Following Eric, who is chasing Now Mr. David coming up the mountain. Yeah, I saw that too. Rios there. He should have left him space. He clearly had the corner. Or that's kind of the way I saw it real quick. So see if we get the complaints we need to look at. So McKay tried to catch Jeremy. Can get some good slipstream going here. Looks like he gets really, really close. Coming down to the chase. Maybe set up to do a really good exit so he can pass on the... Coming through Murray's corner. It's going to look inside a little bit. Coming out on the straight. He's right behind him. Going down to Hell's corner. Is he going to be able to slipstream and take him on the mountain straight? Yeah, Jeremy protects the inside. Yeah, it's really hard if you're not able to pass. It's almost impossible to do something as you come up. Hopefully it's not going to break too late. It's keeping the good eye on what Jeremy is doing. People can have different breaking points as you come up here, so you have to be really careful. There's no real room to do any passing as you go up the mountain here. Oh, Don, sorry to see that you're sitting in the stand, spectating. You had a good opening there, Don. Sorry to hear that didn't go. Hopefully you're staying on the track though, so you get points. Otherwise you don't get any points. Because you still would have a chance in the next race. Right, still following here. McKay on Jeremy in P4. You have to be really patient here and really try to just bide your time until the other guy is doing a mistake and he's coming really close at the checkout. Did a really good job avoiding getting into Jeremy. Oh, sliding a little bit, doing a really, really good job. Yeah, and your adversary here, Don, Billy Stewart, is in P16. So, I mean, he's not doing too good either. We do get points down into P30, so as long as you stop or you stay close to him wherever he ends up. But I understand you didn't want to continue. Hey, Thomas, how are you? Good to see you. If you're on YouTube, please like the video. It would be great. All right, what else have we going on here? Let's do Tennant. He's coming up here with Eric coming up the mountain. So now it looks like Frank have lost a couple positions. Yeah, he's up 3. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's Frederick. So Frank is up 9 positions actually. He often do that. You know, he might not qualify that well, but Frank, he's really. Let's get him on some love here on the screen. See, he often comes, he's not qualifying that well, but during the race, he's just so opportunistic and is able to to climb the ladder during the race. Really good job there. The other one that's up, he's up 6 position here, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee Ellis. Ollie is trying to reach Ubando. Yeah, unfortunately, if you DNF, you don't... it didn't credit me with the pit stop. Lee Ellis went into pits. Looks like Ollie's actually trying to catch Ubando. Ubando again done a heck of a race, but I also think that Radislav, who is now in P1, has done an awesome job too. So the only people that have pitted to date is Lee Ellis and Stewart and Torrance. And it seems that the whole pit process takes about a minute. Let's see, a minute 4, maybe a minute 5, I'm looking. So Ellis is still there. I guess it depends on if you have... Because Torrance, he did a pit stop in 1:04. I guess that's just if you don't have any damage or anything like that. Yeah, 35 seconds stopped on the... so that he did a really good stop. Oh, McKay went wide. No harm done. Still in P6. So here comes Ollie. See if he can catch Ubando. That's the closest on the track right now, as we have a little bit more than 30 minutes left to race. We're gonna probably start to see pit stops in about 7 minutes here as we come into halftime. Looking at Ubando's wing here. Ollie's desperately trying to keep up with him. This mounting section, this sector here is certainly not the place to do any type of passing. On this track that have 23 corners and 7 of them sits here in the mountain section. Looks like Don got a good exit. Going through forests onto Conrad Strait. I think Ubando is gaining a little bit on Bishrek in front. Trying to decipher my data I have in front of me. See, Peter David looks like he's getting close to Meleski. Coming into the start section, see if he can get into inside line on the Hell's Corner. No, he's biding his time. Maybe he's gonna do that on the straight. Oh, he's yielding. All right, Meleski was nice to David there. Felt that he was the much faster driver, so he gave him room. Back to Ollie, coming down the mountain. Billy Stewart still sits with the last with the 204s. I'm gonna see how he's doing here. We have done 9 laps. He just did his fastest lap, so he's cranking up here now to try to climb through the standings. He's been doing 205s, 204s the last 5 laps. So he's certainly coming, but he has quite a bit of ground to cover here to get up to Caston Gay in front of him. Caballero still chasing Jeremy. Frank Tennant just got a position. Oh, what happened here? This doesn't look good. He's tried to turn around. I think he was just oversteering. Oh, he went wide. Oh, sliding. That's the nightmare. That's the nightmare when you get up like that and you have to turn around and you can't really get him to turn. So you have to back up. And he was really lucky he didn't have much traffic. So, yeah, too bad for him. McKay Meleski is going into the pits. So like I mentioned, now we're going to start to see as we're coming into halftime. I see a couple of people going into the pits. So Billy Stewart currently in P14. And watching Ollie going down the mountain chasing Mr. Obando. Yeah, here comes Ollie. Yeah, nice and clean. I thought there would be some sort of a dive on the inside there or something, so I was holding my breath a little bit. Caballero. And they driving behind these guys. Following them as well. Jumping out to Ollie. So Ollie currently P4 in the championship. And Robert is in P15, so he has not had a podium. So he would certainly be excited over that. What did I say? I said he was in 15th. I'm gonna see what he has been doing. Yeah, he has not really had anything. He has one DN we didn't start, and one where he didn't get any points at all. And a couple of top 10 positions. So the podium here, certainly at this track, would be quite a feat for him. So in my book, he's certainly the guy. for driver of the day. So we have completed 11 laps so far. We're about half time. Pit window is open for another 20 minutes. Hey, yeah. Commentator's curse. Billy is currently up in P9, so he has already taken care of the pitting. And all the cars in front of him has not pitted. So if he is fresh and his tires are where they need to be, he should be able to gain quite a few positions. So the whole pit process seems to take about a minute. Gonna see where Billy is lapping right now. There's Billy. Let's see what he's doing right now on lap times. Yeah, best 2:04. Don't see his last lap time, but he's certainly catching Frank Tennant. Or is it Frank? No, it's Frederick. Frederick is in front of me. Oh, what happened here? Let's go back. I think there was a little touch here, Tennant and McKay. Okay, McKay passing. Gets a little wobbly. So Tennant have the inside. And then McKay have the inside. Is he going to try and do that? Oh, that was a little bit tight. Tennant was the big loser out of that because he got sideways. So McKay was yielding, so that was nice, but he's catching him up again now. We're going to do inside here. Oh, I see this sets Frank on Frank's roof, which was pretty nice. It's a little bit easier for the commentators. If you can't remember that 44 is Frank. All right, what goes up here? Obando is in the pits. Let's see how that's going to develop. Right now, Billy is in P7. So that's going to be interesting. We're back on Frank, that's chasing. Yeah, I think Billy. Yeah, I'm not sure. Mirsch, welcome to the stream. Well, one Tennant has 44 and one has 70, so they don't have the same car number. But then this, yeah, they have, yeah, you're right, they have 44 on the roof. What's up with that? Does it say Frederick on his? I have to stay with him and see if it says Frederick on his roof, does it? I can't see that here. No, I can't see that. No, I don't see. Okay, Banks is sitting there as well. Torrance going down the mountain. He's in P16. So we have one driver that has a DNF, and that's Don, unfortunately. So Billy now sits in P4. And there's still 2 cars in front of him. So he might be in P1 here, actually. You're probably right. Because now Ollie is pitting. And Stewart is coming down the mountain. The other guys that are pitting, they're actually going to have fresher tires. But Billy is lapping so much faster than anyone else. It's going to develop into something really interesting. Because he got his pit stops done so early. So I'm going to try and get him up on my screen here. Data. Why don't I see him? Yeah, let's see where Ollie comes out. He's about to go out now, I think. No, he's not out yet. Here comes Billy. Ollie's coming out. And here's Ollie. So Billy, he's lapping. He did a 2:04 the last lap. So, I mean, he's certainly moving. So he's now 8 seconds behind Ollie. Caballero now sits in first. He has to pit. What happened with Lee? He probably got caught in this little... Hey, Stefan. Welcome. Oh, yeah. Oh, that curb there is just nasty. Oh, little hit on the back. For good measure. All right, so we are looking at Obando now. He has cleared his pit stops. Caballero is going long. He has not done his pit stops yet. But Billy, he pitted lap 3 very early. And after that, he's been doing 105s, 104s. He did a 206, 205. So he's been doing really well. But Caballero, he's putting some distance to Vischerek. So it's about a 1 minute pit process, all inclusive if you just do the basics, right? So Caballero have about 43 seconds to Vischerek behind him. So and yeah, so once he pit, he's probably going to come out like P8 or something like that. And Radislav that we're looking at now, he's going to be in P1, which is a heck of a job. Vischerek is up 4 positions right now, and Caballero is up 9. But again, he has to pit, so both Vischerek and Caballero, they are the fastest on track right now on the speed trap. They do 284 kilometers. That's 7 kilometers an hour faster than any other car. How about that? Yeah, I think Radislav doing really well here. I don't know if is he a European driver or thought maybe he was Croatian or something like that, so he's on a high from his soccer team. So no real close battles right now. We have Caston Gay in the pits. So Caballero is the only one that hasn't pitted yet. And he has 10 minutes and 48 seconds to do it. So yeah, think about driver of the day. I had Obando. I think he has done a heck of a job, but Radislav, he's just come from nowhere. I have to look him up in the championships. See what he's been doing. Okay, he's in P16 in the championship. Let's see how he's been doing on. Yeah, so he has a couple of top 10s. That's it, 3 top 10s. So again, anyone that comes from behind, so to speak, and do a great job on this track, it's certainly Radislav is one of them at this race, and certainly also Robert Obando. Stewart have 6 seconds to Linnertner. I'm gonna see if I can get a little statistic on him, how fast he's catching up. It's Billy and Ollie. Yeah, Billy is catching 6.5 right now. And again, anything can happen. You know, you have to lose your concentration for just a little bit as you come down the mountain, and it's all over. Caballero goes into the pits. He should probably come up P8. Kind of my wild guess. And Ollie, it's about the same distance between Ollie and Radislav and Billy and Ollie. Did I say P8 for Caballero? Let's see if that is what's going to happen. Let's see, who have we not had the camera on at all? I think we've been pretty good with everyone. Banks, maybe we haven't looked at Banks that much. He sits in P10. Slapping in at 2:06 the last lap. Right now he's on his fastest lap so far. Staying with Billy. Looks like Billy has been slacking off a little bit. Here's Caballero. Yeah, the timing updates here is Caballero is falling down in the tower. Takes a little bit for that. I think it's every sector or something like that. When people are passing the sector, it's updated. So he's in P5. Is that true? Is that true? Jeremy there. Oh, my little dog goes crazy now. Did he come out to P5? That's super strong. Yeah, he came out to P5. How could I be so wrong? But he had quite a gap to the guy behind. So, I mean, great job on Caballero. Let's see where he sits in the. Yeah, so he has gone up 5 positions. And Frank, everyone have completed pit stop. So Frank in total is up 8 positions. Like I said before, he's really, really quick. You know, he might not be so good in the qualifying, but he has a great start momentum, and yeah. So seems like they're driving pretty even now, Billy and Ollie. Keeping the distance. And Obando might even see if I can see a graph for him. Let's see if I'm going to put something on the screen. I might to work a little bit with it. Okay, here we go. So this is from Pitwall, and I have purchased, it's like $1 a month for the light dashboard. So right now what we're looking at here, if I remove that, so I'm comparing Billy here, the orange car, with Ollie, the purple one. So here we can see how, so we're focusing on the purple line, and then how Billy is catching up to that line. So so we can see how he catches up with the car in front. So you can kind of focus on different cars. We can put in Obando behind here. So that's again in relationship to Ollie. I don't know if you can see this okay on the screen or not, but yeah, Bruce, he's driving the 24-hour together with me. Not it's 12-hour spa together with me and Billy. So Billy and I, we have a hall pass from that right now. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, this is what you can see if you pay $1 a month. So here we can see actually that it's ticking up a little bit. So Billy is actually catching a little bit to the other car here, Ollie, that I have as a reference, which represents the straight line here. So it's pretty cool, certainly when you commentate and things like that. So, and also if you drive like some sort of a more serious, what I'm talking about now, I'm getting tired. I was up 5 o'clock this morning to look at our qualifying. Yeah, so if you do like endurance and things like that, you can see how you're performing. So anyway, that's what you get for $1 a month. Caballero. So he is behind Billy now. No, I'm sorry, he's behind Jeremy. He hasn't updated yet. Okay, there we go. So Jeremy must have passed him then. That's the closest we have on. What happened? Custom Gay went off. Oh, it's that curb. I'm sure it is. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, yes. Oops, oversteer. Oh, did he go in? Ouch. That's a bummer. You need all the downforce you can get your hands on this track. Yeah, or Obando P. What happened? He sits in the pits now. He must have had an issue. I don't know what happened. What's his number? 187. Yeah. Let's see if I can catch that replay. Uh-oh. He probably didn't see him coming there. Was it Banks? Yeah, so that's what happened. Had a little kerfuffle, and I had to go into the pits. So now I'm gonna see how Ollie is doing. So Ollie is actually catching up to Radislav. That could be interesting. Yeah, Nifosi. Yeah, he must have left. Yeah, Nifosi have left. So we have only 5.5 minutes left. And here comes Ollie. Thought I saw a yellow flag just flashing. I didn't see anything on the race control. Billy's pit window closed. Billy still have the fastest lap. So Ollie must have a lapped car in front of him here. Yeah, there are blue flags out. Hopefully he can negotiate this car without any issues. Caballero is now getting his hooks into Jeremy. Is he gonna go inside? I don't know. No. Thinking better of that. This is the battle for P4. Mileski had a little yellow flag going into the pits. Doesn't look like Billy is gonna be able to catch Ollie at this point. It's only less than 4 minutes left. But again, you never know. This is the closest action on track right now. Looks like Caballero have a little damage. Ollie is 3.5 behind. You can see him. That's always a good thing. Let's follow these two guys. They're very close. That's the closest right now on the track. Jeremy is a very methodical driver. Caballero is probably a little bit more opportunistic. Could do an unexpected inside perhaps somewhere. Still pressing on. Is he going to be able to do a really good exit here so he can take him on the straight, or maybe coming through Hell's Corner? Peter David there in the background. Caballero got a little wiggle. Came out on the straight. He's not able to reach Jeremy in front, ahead of going out the mountain. Keeping an eye on Ollie, his 3.1, 3 points. He's gaining a little bit on Radoslav. Maybe it's going to be a last minute dash. Billy is definitely not getting anything better than P3. 1 minute left to race. I don't think Ollie is going to be able to do anything about advancing his P2. And Radislav, I think Radislav is the driver of the day. He's been doing a really, really good job. Where did he start? Where did he qualify? Perhaps I can see. Yeah, Radislav, he qualified P6.
Alright, man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
Yeah, P6 with a 2042. That was a heck of a time. So I think, I don't know. What do you think, guys? Do you have any other ideas on the driver of the day as we're following Vishrek on his last lap? Really great job. Billy Stewart, Ollie second, Billy in P3. I don't know if anyone knows if Radislav is speaking English or not, because I was thinking I should pull him in. I'm gonna try to get hold of my Discord. There is Discord. Okay, Vishrek is not on. I'm gonna pull in Billy. And I'm gonna pull in Ollie. I'm sure they have words to say. Peter David is catching up on Caballero here in the last minutes. All right, we're following Vishrek as he completes his lap. Last lap. So yeah, driver of the day. I think so. Really, really good job. There is Radislav Vishrek coming in. Followed closely by Ollie, 1.4 behind. Billy Stewart a little bit further back. Really great racing by these guys. Yeah, celebrating Jeremy Arobas. I think Billy has really positioned himself for the championship for this season. And really good drive. I'm gonna see if I can get Billy and Ollie. I'm gonna get Ollie. Gonna get Ollie into commentary. Gonna try and get Billy in here to commentary. Hey, where's Billy? All right. Ollie, you there? Hey guys, can you hear me? Ollie and Peter, you're being interviewed. Oh, I can't hear them. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you guys. Why can't I hear you? That is weird. It's weird. Why can't I hear you? Hold on, let me work on this. Can you hear me here? No. Interview. Let's see if I can do something here. I try to get the Discord. I wonder if Discord is with a specific channel. No. Okay, so you can't hear me. All right, sorry guys. I can't hear you, and that's probably on me. But anyway, really congratulations, good driving. We decided to have Vishrek as the guy that gets the driver of the day. I think that's really, really well deserved. But you guys did a great job. Mount Panorama is absolutely the hardest track, and you guys made it look easy. So sorry I couldn't get the sound to work with these guys. I'm gonna work on that for next time. But enjoy the soccer if you're catching up. Previous game, enjoy that, and enjoy the new race, uh, the new match that comes up here. England playing France, and tomorrow we have Group 1, Mount Panorama as well. So hope to see everyone there. So thank you guys, and I'll see you on the track, Billy, soon. Bye bye.